Today, I'm gonna be talking about neutrality, and it could be called presence or um, unity. But neutrality, the art of entering into neutrality and cultivating that skill, is to me the most important aspect to navigating this vibrational upgrades that we're going through, navigating this paradigm shift. And, it's probably been amazing forever. All masters and great teachers have mastered the art of going into neutrality. So it's not new, obviously, and I'm sure many of you have been practicing this for many years. If you're new to it, I have a really simple way of retraining the body, because we're living in a world where our nervous systems are overloaded. Yeah, so much information, so much fear-based information, and that tends to wear out the nervous system, the adrenals, yeah, the endocrine system, all the systems of the body. Ends up creating many neurological loop patterns that are difficult to come out of. So the mind is racing all the time with just random thoughts, not always positive, right? Worry and all that stuff. So this fear-based reality that we live in is kind of like a drug, because when we activate our fight or flight, our body fills with adrenaline. We get a burst of energy, okay? But it's really not sustainable, and we can see how it's not sustainable by looking at the environment, right? By looking at our world. This is how we're running. We're operating in a place of hurry up and go. Little small, tiny hits of anger and fear, and gets the body going. But these kind of things slow the flow of energy in the body. So when we go into neutrality, when we take the time, and I'm only talking about like maybe 20 seconds. I think everybody out there, including myself, can do 20 seconds 10 times a day, or maybe a minute even. But 20 seconds at a minimum, and you could even do 10 seconds once you get used to, once the body understands what you're doing. It's not the longevity of or time that you're in neutrality. It's the consistency of it. So that creates a vibrational continuity in the body that begins to break down the programming that we are all subject to. We're not separate from the separation paradigm. We all have a role to play in the collective consciousness. We are all complicit, yeah, in creating the reality that we live in. And so this is how we change from within, and then we change the collective consciousness by just these small, very easy, free, no cost, and there's no reason not to do it. And so I'm going to lead you through a small a meditation today. And so right now I'm just going to have us, if you're willing, I'm going to invite you to join me. So you can close your eyes or keep them open, doesn't matter. You can breathe in, right? We're going to breathe in love, okay? And we're going to breathe it right into our belly, yeah? And then we're going to breathe out of our heart. So we're going to breathe in love, hold your breath for a moment, and then breathe out gratitude from the heart. All right, one big breath. And it doesn't even have to be a big breath. It could just be your normal breath. You could be doing this at the gas station or driving your car or at work or in any situation. Right? And when you do that, when you breathe in, you're breathing in love. And you just hold your breath for just a little bit longer than you normally would with a normal breath. And release, right? And when you're releasing, you're letting go. You're letting go of all your thoughts, all the worries, all the stuff. Okay? And just going into neutrality. Let's do a few more breaths and just take a moment afterwards, okay? Just letting your body rest. Yeah? Letting all the tension in your body just go out with the breath. I love to do this at the end of the day when I get into bed, and I do this practice, yeah. And sometimes I add like white and gold light, and if a color comes up, that's great too. This is a practice that you can cultivate for yourself. And remember, you don't have to set up a meditation room. It doesn't have to be a specific technique that you've learned. In fact, I think it's best to just follow the breath. And remember, each breath completes an elemental cycle. While you're in bed, before you fall asleep, it's a really good place to practice. And then when you get up in the morning, do it again. And then, when you get to work maybe, or when you're driving to work, or when you're in the bathroom. And I recommend doing, practicing like maybe 3 a day, and 5 a day, and then 8, 10, 12. And as I said, it is throughout the day, the body starts to recognize what you're doing, okay? And just the thought of going into neutrality starts to become normal. Entering into a love vibration becomes normal for the body. And then the body starts to crave that love, that nectar, that unity. Right? It wants to go back for more. Yeah, and what ends up happening, the result of this is increased flow of energy. Yeah, vital life energy. More inspiration, more ideas, more solutions to our problems when we go into these places. Instead of feeling hopeless or anxious about like what we're doing or what's happening, even though like we can just connect into the neutrality of love, which is our true nature. You see? Yeah, and this is where we start to see real change in our life. And when we have those really big awakening moments, of these death cycles, we are able to manage and navigate these changes, these vibrational changes that we're going through. Yeah. Because in the end, or in the beginning, this is the best thing that we could be doing for everyone in our lives, including, and most importantly, ourselves. Because when we're sitting in the neutrality of love, we're emanating that out into the collective. We are all connected. The human species is connected. We're all one organism. Of course, we all have our own way of relating to each other, and we have our individuality and our sovereignty and our spiritual sovereignty. Unless we're living in a cave, and even if we're living in a cave, to be in service to the collective is an honor. And when we're in service to the collective, we raise our vibration exponentially. Okay, so I'm going to just lead you through this meditation, like the rivers behind us and the birds. And so what we're going to do is, no matter where you are or what you're doing, breathing into the belly, hold, breathe out through the heart. Now add in love, breathing in love, and breathing out gratitude. Breathing in, hold, breathe out through the heart. Just surrounding yourself with that golden white light. Breathing in, hold, breathing out. Breathing in, hold, breathing out. Relaxing your shoulders and your jaw. Letting go of all thoughts. If they arise, letting them just be the witness to them, letting them float away on the out-breath. Breathing in, hold, breathing out. Breathing in, hold, breathing out. Okay, so it's really that simple. And this practice can go anywhere with you. You don't need any guru or teacher. I'm just giving this to you. It's my gift to you. It's been so amazing for me in my life. This one simple practice, and I've learned so many techniques. And there's nothing more powerful in my life than this one simple practice. Yes. So I'll leave that with you. I hope you all have a great day. And let's spread the love, huh? Let's spread the love out there. Yeah. Okay. Have a good day.